the rain has kind of subsided a little bit. So the rain this morning was all just drizzle, so I couldn't do much videoing. They had a little question and answer this morning with Runaway, and then right now what they have is a cooking demonstration going on. It's already in progress. I ran back to the camper and put Herky up and got my camera, and so let's go in and join. So it's an outdoor cooking display, and it's going on right now. Let's join it in progress and go in there and see what is going on. I think you'll like it.
The setup is just like you would in an actual cast iron skillet. You want to put a little bit of oil. In this case, we're using some olive oil. Doesn't take much. The more that you cook on the scuttle, just like when you cook on your cast iron. What do you guys like to eat when you're camping? Show of hands. Pork? All right. Who likes bacon?
Eggs and bacon.
So, bacon is one of our favorite things to cook on the scuttle in the mornings. The cool thing about the scuttle, it allows you to start cooking from the inside out. So let's say for breakfast. How does it smell? You guys like the smell? It smells amazing, right? Well, you guys can't have any of it. It's all for me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so as you can see, it's been cooking on there for a little bit. It's not sticking at all. I didn't put a lot of oil when I started to cook.
Okay, this thing's winding down. The moment of truth is coming up. He's got the tortillas all laid out there on the cook stove, and I think we're gonna get the opportunity to try these out. What's going on back there? Yeah, so he's working his magic, getting things all ready, and pretty soon we're gonna get to try them out. Hopefully I'll be one of them, the lucky ones that get to try it out. So hang tight here. I think in just a second he's gonna pass out some samples. All right, he's passing them out. I'm hoping I'm a lucky one here. Maybe if I look like a sad puppy dog, he'll notice me over here and pass one out.
And if you want some hot sauces, I got a bunch of.
So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, he's doing the other side of the room, so I don't know if I'm gonna be a lucky one or not. One for the YouTube crowd.
Hey, YouTube crowd. Welcome to the 2024 Runaway Rally. You don't know what you're missing.
All right, we're gonna try this out and see.
Oh, this is no onions.
That's right.
We need another one with no onions.
That's right. Okay, I conned Steven into bringing me on over here. We're gonna test it out.
I didn't cook it if it's bad.
Oh my!
If he loves it, I did.
It's excellent. Comes highly recommended by Steven Shives, the owner of Runaway Campers.
There we go.
All right, I'll let you get back to work.
Enjoy it.
All right, thank you. You know, if you look like a sad puppy dog and you beg a little bit, you can get some of the free samples here. Oh. Yeah, it looks just like, or it tastes just like it looks. It's been really good. So, you know, there's more than just runaways and camping at these rallies. Cooking demonstrations, solar demonstrations, all kinds of things you can look at, but this is one of my favorites. Okay, what's going on right now is the cooking demonstration's over, and everybody's kind of just broken out into, you know, things that interest them. A lot of the ladies got in a car and drove across over to the flea market, and they're looking at that. There's a light drizzle, but it's not bad, and certainly not a washout here. So it's broke down into small groups. People are sitting around chatting underneath the pavilion. They're in there chatting about, you know, things that interest them. So one of the things about, you know, when you come to these rallies is there's a lot of people that are interested in a lot of different things. There's, you know, there's people that are into motorcycles, there's people into hunting, fishing, there's people that are backpackers, there's just all kinds of stuff, right? So what they do is they kind of tend to migrate to other people that are interested in the same thing. It's not a clique. It's everybody's kind and they're having a great time together, but you find people that have, you know, the same interests as you. So we're up there in the field, but they do have this area back here in the back that has some woods around it. And so I'm walking you back right now. Let me turn the camera around. So if you come back in the wooded area off of the main field there, you can see that the people that back here kind of like the woods and they like to camp in here. We have camped in here ourselves before, but we tend to be out there in the field where we can get solar, and it also it can be a little muddy back here. So but if you have the outdoor rig, let's walk down here. I know that I'm gonna huff it down here pretty fast, but I know that Frank and Ellen, you need to follow Frank on his YouTube channel. It's called Outdoor Observations. He's got a really good channel, and he also has an excellent Instagram. He's back here in the corner. The good thing is he's invited us tomorrow for breakfast, so we'll have some. So this is his rig here. He's got the 4Runner, and he's got the Runaway Ventress. I mean, it's set up nice, right? I think he's got one of the best setups I've seen. But he always likes it back here in the corner. I think maybe tomorrow I'll be able to video a little bit when we have some breakfast with them, but he's up there at the cooking just finishing up the cooking demonstration. But so if you're not you know, into that, there's other things back here, and there's all kinds of people interested in a lot of different stuff. So let's walk over here. I'm going to show you. A lot of people ask about showers and bathrooms. Let's go over here and look at that. All right, here we go. So a lot of people ask, like, you know, if you're able to shower and all that, and the answer is yes. They're outdoor showers, but they have private stalls. So they've got this Connex trailer behind there, and then these are just off the side. There's hot water here and running water. It's on the back side of the factory, but you can take you an outdoor shower. It's primitive, but it's nice. At least it has hot water. So there you go. You just go in there, take a shower. Bathrooms are all portalettes, but there's plenty of showers and plenty of amenities as far as it's roughing it camping, but they've got it figured out pretty nice. Okay, look who I ran into. I was out wandering around in the rain, and I've run into Gary and Mary, and they are telling me it's my fault that they have a Runaway camper.
It is.
So what was it about this that sold you on, you got to do this?
We watched a lot of your videos, and we had a pop-up. I hated the pop-up. It was so cold underneath, and I wanted something small to take with the car. We didn't have to change the vehicle, nothing. And this was so light. I loved it. Ed and Nancy do a lot of traveling, and it just enticed us.
It's our fault.
It is your fault.
So yeah, so they've got a really cute setup here. They've got this easy up, and even though it's raining, you're able to survive underneath the canopy and meet a lot of neat folks, and they got a nice setup. Let me show you here. So they've got a really nice setup here. They've got, if you look up on the roof, they've got a silk tapestry up here on the top, so when you lay down in your bed, you can see the stars. Like us, they use the lights going around. They got a cuckoo clock in the back, and look, their bed is just really nice and comfortable. They sleep east and west, so they're about the same height as us, so that allows you to do that. And of course, then they've got their power unit and everything, and they got foam tiles on the floor to make it a little easier on the knees. But they got quite a nice setup here. Let me spin around outside here and show you. So they've got a table set up, and their microwave, their cooler, and got a really cool battery pack all fixed up here with the inverter and their batteries in that. So they are all set up to go here. And like I said before, even if you have inclement weather, if you have an easy up setup like this, you can get by just fine and relax and enjoy it. I hope you enjoy looking at their camper and hearing their story, because I was encouraged by it. Here's what's really cool on the front of their camper. They're kind of working on some things right now, but they've got a hot water tank here to run on propane. They've got, so a lot of people ask me about the kitchen setup and how things would work. See, he's got a battery operated pump. And so if you don't have a galley, you can get by with just setting this up here with your hot water tank and everything. It's really set up very nice. You can notice that he's got a solar panel up on top, and he's catching some well, no solar today. No. So I think their setup on the front is really cool with their kitchen and that. That's one of the neat things. Like when you come to a rally, you can walk around and look and see what you can steal other people's ideas and make things your own. So I think it's really neat. I'm having a good time walking around chatting with everybody while Nancy's over at the flea market.
That's where we just came from.
Oh, all right. I spent like the last 20 minutes at that camper. They're not on video, but I scored this awesome cover for the air conditioner. They got a new cover. They got one of the, the cover-free air conditioners put in their van, and they had this brand new black cover. So I'm really happy about this. I can't wait to tell Nancy. She's still over at the flea market. But anyway, I'm headed back to the camper and check on Herky. And I want to show this to Nancy when she comes back. So anyway, great times at the rally. Spirits are high. It's raining outside, but this is where they had the big shindig at night. So they've got a one-man band coming in. He's playing up there now, and everybody is taking their turns with the Runaway truck, taking individual pictures, and then we'll have the group picture. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of excitement in the air, and everybody's just having a good time of fellowship. So I hope you enjoy the evening. We're persevering.
So, good news is...
Oh, good morning, by the way. It's Sunday morning.
Yeah, good news is at 10 o'clock tonight, it's going to stop raining.
Oh, my goodness.
We leave tomorrow. So, this has been doing this since 6 o'clock yesterday morning. And remember, we're in a field, and they've been doing construction, so a lot of the field is just mud. But this morning, we are walking down to have biscuits and gravy with Frank and Ellen. So that's exciting.
So we got this morning, we went to the church service.
Yes.
Then we talked a little bit to everybody. The pavilion's nice. So
yes, it's huge. It's like a football field long. Without
that, this would be pretty rough. But having the pavilions made it really nice for us.
And people are setting up in there right now as for a
craft show.
Craft show.
Like, yeah.
Yes. From 9 to 2 is the craft show. And I think there's food booths too. Oh, I gotta watch what I'm doing.
So we're headed back here to Frank and Ellen's. We gotta watch what we're doing here. We'll get back with you in a second.
Well, all right then. Here you go.
What a mess. What a mess.
So breakfast was really good. And there is a couple pictures of like Ed and Bob and me and Frank. But
this is the time that the skies opened up and it was raining
cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs. Right, Herky?
Right? Well, he doesn't know because we left him in the camper because, nothing smells worse than a wet dog. However,
in a runaway camper,
we did find out that a dog on fire smells pretty bad, too.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, we went down, we had breakfast, delicious as always. I don't know how the woman does those biscuits in that little oven, but she does, and they are so good. So after that, we walked back, and we all huddled, literally, 8 of us in a clam. Our friends the Girths have a large clam, and we all huddled in there until dinner time that night.
Oh, it was crazy.
When we went into the big pavilion for dinner, and they always have giveaways.
Let me tell a funny story about the eating with Frank and Ellen. So we went down there, we were eating with Frank and Ellen, and I sat in this chair, right, like Ellen Ellen guided me in the chair because it's hard to get in and out
It's
of.
one of those.
It's like a swinging hammock.
It's like a hammock, but it's a chair.
Yeah. So anyway, she guided me to that chair. I sat down in it, and we're sitting there chatting. It is just pouring in buckets. And Bob from Bob's American Adventure, who it's not a YouTube channel, it's a Facebook page. Check it out. We're sitting there chatting with Frank and everything. I don't realize it, but the water is pouring off the awning down into my hoodie. Into the
hood of his jacket.
Hood of my jacket.
Yeah.
So then, after a while, Ellen realizes I don't realize it, but Ellen realizes I'm getting wet. And she's like, get up out of that chair. When I stood up out of that chair, all that water ran down my back. Everything was in my hood.
Oh, the rain was unbelievable.
Hey, thanks to Frank and Ellen for hosting us. It was great.
Getting us out of the rain.
Check out their YouTube channel, Outdoor Observations. They do great Instagram and great YouTube.
Well, they have Adventurous, and it's
nice. It's
tricked
nice.
out.
Yeah.
I think we viewed it on here before.
We have. Yeah.
So anyway, luckily on Friday when we went to Walmart before we went down to the rally, I went in to get some provisions, and I bought an umbrella because I forgot my umbrella. And I'm so thankful because that saved my life all weekend.
I just had to suffer.
And I did have my mucky mucks, my rain shoes.
Rain boots.
Yeah. So I was good there, but oh my word. So anyway, that night I'm looking at my phone to see pictures so I know the events.
We had to stop video, and it was pouring down rain. Water was all over our lenses. I mean,
and here's a picture of Herky. He was freezing, so Nelson loaned him one of Muggsy's hoodie sweatshirts. Mm-hmm. So then we went in, and usually, we have like group picture taken outside. We have individual pictures taken by the truck. Well, they moved the truck inside, so we all just did our own pictures.
That was a team effort because we had to move all the chairs out of the way. And
to get the truck in.
Steven had to back the truck in, and
Yeah. So, and the group picture isn't as nice as it usually is, so I probably won't enlarge it. I have all the years, a 5x7 of all the years around. And I'm not sure.
And for me, being in the pavilion, although it was nice and stayed dry, that pavilion was great. It was a saver.
But you couldn't hear.
I couldn't hear a thing. It has a tin roof, and the rain beating on the roof.
And everybody talking. There was music going. And
people were talking to me, and I was kind of smiling like I knew what was going on. But
I was there. And if there was something important, then I would say, "Hey, they said."
I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was our Saturday night, and it's always so much fun. And then Sunday, they had a like a flea market type thing. People brought in. There was different crafters there.
A Benderama.
There
No,
you
I don't know. I just made that up.
Hey, and Runaway, you're free to use that. So anyway, I didn't get a lot of pictures of that. Barbara Lee taught herself to quilt in July and has done some fabulous work. She made quilts, bags, pouches. It was amazing. That was so much fun. Anyway, and there was other vendors. There was food truck. There was some other food things there. Herky got a new collar. There was a lady there making dog collars.
All this took place inside the pavilion.
Right. It was going to be outside, but
right.
Did we tell you it was raining?
Yeah.
So anyway, let me see what else I have here. Oh, and then I think from the rain, everybody was just exhausted because we went back to the Clam Sunday afternoon, and our friends were taking naps in the chairs and stuff like that. I finally got up and went into the trailer and just read for a while, Herky and I. What did you do? I lost you.
I chatted it up with some of the guys in the Clam there with us. So we were just in that Clam with a fire pit in the middle. Not only was it raining, it was cold.
Yeah. So we had like all these awnings out and easy ups in the Clam, so we could go from trailer to trailer. There was 4 trailers there close by, and we could go trailer to trailer pretty easy without getting drenched.
Too wet, yeah.
But if you had to go to the outhouse, then you got really wet. So anyway, that's it for the rally. The footage. Ed did use his drone.
Yeah, I did.
First
so you see
time.
some drone footage there. We did start out really good. You can see our video was like really going to be,
really going to be good. We were going to get some more things going. And so I hated to waste this footage, right? And so sorry to have to end it like this, but this is the way we
And we
did it.
forgot to end it, as you know, we always do.
Because it was raining so hard,
Right.
and then when we got ready to leave, although it stopped raining as we were leaving, we had to put all that wet stuff away, and so
Well, and then now that leads to this next thing. And so we put all the wet stuff away thinking we were headed to the Everglades for 2 days and we would set our awnings back out and let them dry. So we got on the highway. We stopped at Publix to reprovision for the next few days. And we got to the first exit of Fort Myers.
on I-75.
We had stopped and gotten gas at 141, exit 141 there.
143, 141, yeah, something like that.
And got gas at Love's, got back on, we were on the on-ramp, and we heard a pop. Not a backfire, but like a pop. Like you know those bubble wraps when you pop one? That's what it sounded like. Anyway, Ed said, "Oh no." And I said, "What's wrong? Did we lose power?" Yes. So we coasted off. And the reason I know we were at exit 141 is because we stopped right by the sign telling you that the next exit was 142. That's how I know. Because I've sat under that sign for 3 hours in a lawn chair. So apparently our distributor cap exploded.
It was the rotor inside the distributor cap.
Just blew out.
So it's so frustrating because I've worked so hard on that van, and that distributor cap was I put it on like 3 years ago. It wasn't that old. Yeah. So frustrating.
And here's the thing. I had him sitting there for 3 hours. He was talking and he was ready to sell the van and he was going to get a truck. And then Greg McKinnon called him and said, "Ed, that could have happened to a brand new vehicle." So guess what? We're keeping the van. So we called AAA. Thank God for AAA. And you know we have like the super AAA top line, which we need, obviously. So here come the guy 3 hours later. Put Jack up on the truck, hooked little dude up to the hitch on the back of the truck, and took us down to the next exit and took us to a
by the time
mechanic shop.
It was late.
It was already closed. So he dumped us off at the gate. Dude was next to the gate, and then Jack was just dropped off there. And so we spent the night. And so the next morning, Ed goes in to talk to the owner, and he doesn't have time for us.
No sympathy whatsoever.
None.
No help.
None.
We
Not even a loaning of tools.
We're not going to mention the name of the shop, but because I gotta move past it. But I gotta tell you that normally somebody has some bit of compassion on you.
Yeah. Well, after you got to looking and he ripped out the doghouse, he's got to repair that.
The problem was I didn't have the right size torque screw to get that out. And they wouldn't loan me. They wouldn't loan it to me.
Well, then later, though, he went in and talked to just a mechanic that worked there, and he did give Ed
I
some
offered
tools.
to buy a tool from the guy at like twice what I knew he paid for it. And the guy said, no. The mechanic was really nice. The shop manager was a jerk.
Or the owner, whoever he was.
The guy working there said, no, I'll take these out there. So he loaned me a Torx to get it.
So Ed had like a rotor or something, hodgepodged it together.
So I had a spare one I had the old one stuffed away in some part of my kit. So I was able to get that in there.
So we limped our way down to AutoZone. And then there on the parking lot of AutoZone, he went in and bought a new distributor cap.
I bought a whole new assembly.
Yeah.
Because the holes had wallowed out where the rotor goes in there. If you're a mechanic, you'd probably understand. But anyway, we probably could have drove it home with the way I rigged it up, to be honest with you. But they had a whole rotor there. It was only $125. I'm in there. I might as well fix it. So I just fixed it right.
Right.
Yeah.
So then by that time, Ed says to me, we going on down to the Everglades, which we had already burnt one night. So we would have drove down Tuesday, gotten down there, spent the night, and then Wednesday we had to leave. And I said, no, forget it. So what we did do is we drove to Estero Boulevard, and we went by
One of our all-time favorite camping
the
places.
Red Coconut.
The Red Coconut is no more.
I know, it's so sad.
hurricane
It's
took
so
it out.
sad to see. But anyway, the palms are still there. The royal palms are still there. They're beautiful. So anyway, that is
That's how
whole
it
thing in
ended.
the nutshell. So then we were just like, you know what? Let's just mosey home. And so we did. That was on, so we spent the night Tuesday night somewhere there in southern Florida. And then just moseyed home. We got home Thursday evening. So yeah.
The weather wasn't cooperating with us, and then the van situation.
When we were broke down, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it was perfect weather. Thursday, driving home, pouring down rain again. Unbelievable.
So anyway, I know everybody's sitting out there, Ed, get rid of the van, but I gotta tell you that the engine and everything hanging on the engine only has about 40,000 miles.
But don't
on it.
say anything that.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention anything because it'll certainly go wrong.
Don't say nothing else.
Anyway, we do have thoughts that we're going to buy another vehicle, but
We're waiting to get on Medicare.
we have to wait for the plan to come together. So
Ed's a planner, in case you didn't know
yeah,
that.
so I got to get my plan and stick to my plan, and this is my plan. So.
So there you go.
The good thing is if it breaks down, I can fix it.
Yes, but you got to make sure we have the right tools.
Yeah, I didn't have the right tools. I'm fixing that, so I will have the right tools. Anyway, that's the story. If you want to know the long version, hit me up when you see me, and I can certainly walk you through all that. But we're sticking with the van, and
we were safe for those 3 hours. Ed got our lawn chairs out of the van, and we sat in the ditch.
There we go. Don't want to stay in the van and somebody plow into it, especially on 75. Oh my word, you people in Florida. What's
Slow
going
down.
on? Slow down.
And 3 hours, there was no policeman that stopped and checked on us. Just that one guy.
The road ranger came by.
Road ranger came by and he said, "Are you guys okay? Do you have help coming? Do you have food? Do you have water?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're set. We even have bathrooms, so we're good."
We're good.
But we'd rather been in the Everglades.
It's very seldom that we would have a problem on the interstate, and honestly, we haven't had a problem with the.
Don't say.
I know.
Don't say.
We haven't had any problems with the van since our problems in Alaska that we had. So
Well, yeah, and that was a lot due to the mechanic who rebuilt the engine.
So,
Some things he didn't do.
He didn't tighten some things. But anyway, when you think about all the places we've been, we've probably gone 20 or 30,000 miles since the last time we had any kind of little hiccup at all. So anyway, I'm standing up for the van. So, all right, that's our recap of the homecoming rally. Sorry that the footage got messed up. but
Enjoy the pictures.
enjoy what we have. We will see you again next Sunday and
Wednesday.
Well, yeah, we're going to try to do the midweek update, midweek chat too. So anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Bye now.